James Bond love scene because that's all I could think about the whole time you were playing. It's like James Bond on the beach somewhere, but not like the really good James Bond, like the Bollywood James Bond. That's kind of low, but it's really good. I was like, I want to make movies. That's amazing. But this is a great opportunity. Believe it or not, this is only my second time doing stand-up.
Woo!
Thank you. Apparently you guys haven't seen stand-up before. This is awful. But no, this is my second time doing stand-up, and I really appreciate the opportunity to come out here and do this. When I was first told to do this, asked to do this event, I was so honored. And I thought, how can I give back to them? How can I say thank you for allowing me to do this? So my first idea was to write a check. Easy. It's donate to the cause. It is a fundraiser. And as I was writing out the check, that's when I heard it. The voice of an angel filled the room, and it was singing to me. The voice, it was singing, I'm every woman, is me. It was my phone was ringing. Okay, two things before we continue. One, don't judge me, okay? It is okay for me to have that song as my ringtone as a man, okay? Google it. Oh, don't Google it, but trust me, it's fine, okay? And number two, back to number one, don't judge me. Okay, but yeah, I picked up the phone, and it was one of those automated calls from the bank. And the bank said, this call is for Thelmore Jackson. Your bank account balance is disrespectful. Okay? You are poor and fat. And I was like, all right, thank you, bank people. And I hung up, all right? So while my heart was in the right place to give and give freely, my bank account said, hey, sit down. Shut up, sit down. We are poor and apparently fat, okay? So sit down. We're not writing any checks. And I wish my financial trouble stopped there, but it's a lot worse. I actually have a thing called student loans. Anybody with student loans?
Yes.
Little known fact about student loans. Every student loan is actually processed. It actually eventually all goes through one person, Satan, okay? That is who processes all your student loans. It is awful. And I actually tried calling the student loans people one time just to see if I can get a lower payment. Not try to cancel my payment, just a lower payment. And the guy told me, true story, the guy told me, Mr. Jackson, according to our records, you had breakfast and lunch today with no intention of skipping dinner, all right? So you're asking for a lower payment, but you eating every day, Mr. Jackson? Where is free food coming from since you can't pay your loans, Mr. Jackson? And I see we have a receipt here for Frosted Flakes. Frosted Flakes, you bought them because they're great. You know what else they are? They're not in your budget, Mr. Name Brand Cereal. Okay? You should have put that back. Mr. Jackson, don't call here again. Pay your student loans or I'm calling the police.
Oh my God.
That's rude. Rude. The student loan people are rude. It's bad. Oh, it's tax season too. Everybody got their taxes back, the refund?
No.
Yes, great. Yeah. I'm not getting a refund.
Right.
It is awful. Tax season is awful for me. Like I hear people say, I'm not getting, I actually owe money. I hear people say, oh, what are you claiming? Did you claim your gas mileage for work? Did you claim your tools? I can't claim none of that. You know what I claim on my taxes? The blood of Jesus. That's all I have. Just the blood. I'm praying over my W-2s like, Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel of the IRS and turn them away from me, Father, please. Turn the IRS away from me. I'm serious, man. Filing taxes, it's a spiritual experience for me. It's like, it's deep. It's deep. I'm in H&R Block just, Then I look over to see how much I owe. I'm serious, man. It's deep. Bad. It's gotten so bad, it's to the point that whenever I spend money, I feel like I'm going through a really bad breakup. Like I'm in the line talking to my credit card like, why are you doing this? Can we just talk? Just talk to me. Just talk to me. Won't you stay with me? No, fine. Swipe, tears, okay? Swipe and cry. The old swipe and cry. Some of you are familiar with the swipe and cry. It's okay. Some of you don't want to admit it, but I saw the flashbacks all up in here. Okay, you're familiar with the swipe and cry. But it's bad. It's bad, and it's even worse for the cashier. He's like, paper or plastic. I'm like, a tissue, jerk. Oh, it's awful. I'm glad you all can laugh at my financial troubles. Maybe after this we can go laugh at the homeless. Oh I don't have a lot of money. I don't have a lot of money, but I do have a lot of money-making ideas, okay? So my gift to Mad Munchkin and everyone here tonight is this idea, okay? So pay attention, because I'm only saying it once. Legally, I can only say it once, okay? If I say it twice, then I'm an accessory, okay? Once is ha-ha joke. Twice is ha-ha jail, which is not as funny as ha-ha joke. Google it, okay? It is not as funny. So I jokingly think every theater should join the mafia.
What?
Seriously, listen. Because, like, hear me out, here's why it's the perfect cover. Oh, Thelma, what about the guns and the drugs and the money? Oh, you mean those props for your production of Chicago? It's fine. Oh, what about the half-naked ladies running around? It's theater. Everybody runs around naked, okay? There's a common saying in theater. There's a common saying in theater. If you got it, flaunt it. Boy, I know you want it. Okay, that last part was Beyonce, but still same concept. But seriously, here's how you keep the cops away. You find the most dramatic actor you can. One of these guys. I was actually working backstage at a show once, and a guy came off stage and did this to me. True story. He came off stage in character. He got in the wings. Where am I? Okay. Okay. Oh God. I'm back. I was so lost in my character, I forgot who I was, okay? I mean, look at my hand. It's shaking. Okay, we get it. You're an actor. Calm down, okay? Calm down. We get it. But that's the guy you need on your team. That's the guy you need on the team. Here's how it works. You give him a character, tell him to wait outside for the police. All right? And then the police shows up, and he's outside like this. Boom.
All right.
Boom. What? Yeah, we got drugs. Guns, too. And all the girls your heart desires. What are you gonna do, coppers? Arrest us? 5, 6, 7, 8, we got the guns and drugs and girls, oh yes, That's when the cops leave. That's when the cops leave. When you say we're criminals, that's when the cops leave. That's not criminal behavior. Imagine walking into a prison and you point to, hey, what's your story? Why are you here? Oh, me? They call me Murder Path. Because I kill who's in my way. That was beautiful, Murder Path. Wow. I'm saying that doesn't happen. Criminal choreography. When I say that, I imagine this. Like, imagine you're in a bank and the guy walks in. Freeze! This is a stick-up. Put your hands down, we're fine. Did you just shimmy, sir? You just shimmied with an assault rifle. No, you're not. Are you auditioning to rob this bank? You are not robbing this bank like that. But no, seriously, I think that is a great idea. Joke. It is a great joke. You know, I actually told Alan about this joke ahead of time, just to give him a heads up. Alan is one of the co-founders for Mad Munchkin, if you don't know. So when I told him about that, he was not going for it.
Right.
He said something about a wife and a kid or something, and and wanted to be there for his family. I was like, okay, Alan, Mr. Moral over here. So maybe that joke is for somebody else in here. Somebody who, when you mention a little jail time, they'll be fine. Or if you say, or you mention their wife and kids, they're just like, nah. That's who that idea is for. Like, you go to jail, you can never see your kids again for a long time. Okay, let's do it. That's who that idea is for. Okay, if you're that person, that's for you. So if you can't tell from when I first started talking up until now, I will just come out and say, I'm a little crazy, I'm a little off, okay? But it's not just me. I think everyone who works in theater is a little crazy. Because theater does that to you. It breaks you down and tears you up. It does. That's why theater is a collaborative art, because you're putting together pieces of people. They're not even whole people anymore. You're just putting together pieces of people. But here's why theater does that, because theater, every production is like It starts with an idea or a concept. And that idea is like a fetus, and we spend months and months nurturing and planning and molding that fetus into a baby. Then the baby is ready to be born, and then starts the labor, what we like to call tech week, okay? So after all the months and months of planning and the baby is finally born, just, okay, I know that's not how baby's born because still my brain is 5 years old. I think babies are just babies, right? So after all that, the baby is born, and we show the world, hey, look at our baby. Look at our baby. Okay, I've never done advertisement for a theater, but if I was ever asked to advertise a show, I would just say, hey, look at our baby. Look at our baby. But yeah, we show the world, and then you have some people say, oh, that was magnificent. What a great baby. That was awesome. And then you have these theater snobs, and they are awful, awful people. And they say, that's not the best baby I've seen, just to be honest. I mean, the lighting on the baby was great, but the baby was not believable. I did not believe that that was a baby. And you're like, that's my kid, that's my baby. That baby's the worst. You know what I'm saying? And those theater stops might say that about an actual real baby. Like you might have an actual kid and say, hey, look at my baby. And they'll say, huh? Baby's the worst. It's awful. But yeah, after all is said and done and the world has sucked the life out of our show, our baby, there's usually one parent left there, and that's me, the tech guys. We're left there holding the show. What's left of the show? Just reminiscing. Then our boss says, hey, we got a new show. And we're like, ooh, new baby. What do we do with this baby? I was like, And then go to the new baby. It is an awful process. It is a vicious cycle, but I love it. I love my job. I love my job. I actually remember the day I was broken. I remember what happened to make me go a little crazy. I was working at my old job, and my boss handed me these giant, like 12-foot stickers, yet very detailed and very intricate. He said, hey, take these and cut these out. I was like, okay, fine. 12 hours I spent on that project. 12 hours. Okay, I don't know how many of you have ever spent 12 hours alone with the jigsaw, but here's how it goes. Here's the timeline, okay? 3 hours in. God, this sucks. This is awful. This is awful. 6 hours in. I am going to murder the next person to walk in here. I promise. Just to the face. You don't even know. Just angry at the world. All right, 9 hours in. I don't even want to be here. I want to go home. I'm finna quit. I swear to God, I'm finna quit. I'd rather be homeless. I'm not finna do this job anymore. I quit. You get over that? 12 hours in. I'm gonna burn this place down. I am. Those look great, but I am gonna burn this place down with everything inside and watch it burn from the inside. I hate this place. And it wasn't until I was on my way out to my car to get my gas can, to get that party started, that the fresh air hit me and cleared my mind. And I was like, maybe the fire's a bit too much. Maybe I shouldn't set this entire place on fire. That might be overdoing it. Okay, so pull it back. Pull it back. And arson never looks good on the resume. It does not. Learned that the hard way. Do you have arson on your resume?
No.
No, take it off right now. You will not get a job. They do not like arson for some reasons. Weird. Okay. But yeah, the fresh air cleared my mind, and I was like, maybe I should go home. Okay, that's not what broke me. What broke me was the next day. I come in there, my boss is standing there. He says, hey, these look nice. I was like, oh, thank you. I just got one more to do. I would have finished it last night, but sparks were flying. Ba-boom. And he says to me, he looks me dead in the eye and says, nah, don't worry about it. All of these have been cut from the show anyway. know if you all know this, but this is a science lesson here, all right? Jokes aside, the jokes are over here, okay? Science lesson. There is a region of your brain right here that knows the importance of time and effort. And it has a string that goes to your heart, so your heart cares about how much time and effort you spend on something. That is science, people. Google it, okay?
No.
Don't Google it, but trust me, it's real. It's real. Okay, so when he said that, his words pulled that string out of my heart, scooped that region out of my brain, and choked it. Just shut up. You shut up right now. And then it kicked it. It didn't even come down. I just looked for it to come down, but it didn't. It did not come down. That part of my brain was just destroyed. Just for him to say nonchalant, oh, these are cut from the show anyway. Like it didn't matter, destroyed that part of my brain. So now whenever I build something, I always do my best, but I don't care. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I just do not care. And I apply that to situations in my life. Like if a relationship doesn't work out, mom's like, oh, baby, what's wrong? And I'm like, Mom, calm down. Talk to me, what happened? What happened? I'm like, she didn't make the cut. That's what happened. She didn't make the cut. You know what? That is another gift to you all tonight. I'm feeling generous. You're welcome, okay? When something doesn't go right in your life, don't think, oh, I didn't get that job. No, that job didn't make the cut in your life, okay?
That's right.
That person that you wanted, that you were in love with, that you couldn't imagine life without, and they left anyway, no, that person didn't make the cut in your life, all right? Those kids that you have at home, those kids, no, I'm joking, don't cut your kids. Don't do that to your kids. Don't go to your kid tonight. Hey, I was talking to this comic, and we're over budget as a family. And some tough decisions had to be made, and you've been cut from the family. I don't know what you're thinking. Mom, you can't do this. I'm 7, but I can, okay? Google it. Don't Google it, but trust me, it's real. Okay, but that's my time. Thank you all.